Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the second episode of the Football Manager save with Celtic, the self-isolation save. Yes, the country is now officially on lockdown. What else is there to do but work in Tesco and try and play a little bit of Football Manager? We'll try and get other bits of content out here and there. If you watched my video, or you saw my post, yesterday in the channel, we're going to try and do some other things as well. But we're here with the second episode. We're going to get right into the season now. It is time for the first game of the season. We're taking on Hearts at Tynecastle, as you know. Not an easy place to go. Hearts make life difficult for Celtic and Rangers and such when they go to Tynecastle. And I imagine today will be no different. The last time we done the episode, we were on the Champions League qualifiers. We were starting the season. We set up the tactic. We had a look around the club. We were seeing what we were going to do, who was going to leave, who was going to come in. We've not signed anyone yet, but I'll keep you updated on the scouting situation. Thank you to everyone in the comments who gave recommendations to who should be signed for Celtic. I've added players to the scouting list, and I'll have a look through them here. And pretty much just what a centre half. I might spend big money on trying to bring in a good centre half to play alongside Ayer and Julian this season. But we'll wait and see. We'll have a look at the scouting report in a couple of moments. So we'll update you, obviously, the game that we played. We won 6-0 with Kamara getting a couple, El Ahmed getting a couple. We then went on to beat them only 2-0 at Celtic Park. And Bolly and El Ahmed scoring again. It seems like our top scorer this season could perhaps be Atem Abdel Ahmed, which is crazy to say. We then beat the new Saints 11-0 at Parkhead. That was a good result. As you can see, we had a range of goal scorers. Ayer getting a hat-trick, Moritz Bauer getting a hat-trick, Bolingoli getting 2, Edouard getting 2, and Callum McGregor getting 1. We're getting goals from everywhere with this tactic. And then we won 6-0 away from home, Edouard getting 4, Bolingoli and Simunovic getting the others. We beat Tottenham in a friendly as well, which was nice. Kidderminster we beat 5-2 in a friendly. So things are pointing towards a lot of goals this season, and hopefully we'll see that displayed against Hearts. Of course, if you didn't watch the first episode, I recommend you go back and watch, but this is the kind of tactic we're rolling with just now. This is what I think is going to be best for the team, and ultimately it looks as though it will be the best. Stats so far: top goal scorer Edouard on 6 goals heading into the first game of the season. Bolingoli with an average rating of 9 nearly, so we can't drop him. Not yet, anyway, until he makes a mistake. Most assists, Bolingoli, Christian Bauer tying on 4. Best pass completion, Fraser Forster has not misplaced one single pass, which is quite impressive for a goalkeeper, especially if you hit it long. Bolingoli, Abdel Ahmed, Edouard and Bauer are drawing their most yellow cards. We've only had one. And that's Scott Brown. 1 yellow card in all those games. I think that's a fantastic record for discipline. I'm quite happy with that. So in today's episode, we're going to play the game against Hearts, and we will also kickstart the campaign against Maribor in the Champions League qualifiers. As for transfer history, what have we done on the way out of things? Well, I've loaned out Marian Shved to Reims. He's away there. Luca Connell's away to Hearts, who are about to play. They're the only two that I've had control over. The rest are all real life situations, real life transfers, and on the way in we've done nothing yet. But if we go to the scouting list and we have a look at the players we've scouted, we can potentially now begin our quest to sign someone. The scouts' highest recommendation, as we went over the last time, a couple of players who we're not going to be able to get. Transfer values are high. Now David Turnbull, a lot of people want me to sign him. We can't sign him yet. He's still out in this 7 to 9 month. We need to wait till January or next season to bring in Turnbull if we want to bring in Turnbull. But the main position I want to bring in, as we've already spoke about, is a centre half. We want to bring in some sort of centre half now. There are some decent players here. Some players, I mean, Scott McKenna was shouted about in the comments a lot. A lot of people wanted me to bring him in. Now, he doesn't look as though he would be amazing, to be quite honest. I don't think McKenna is the player that I want to bring in. I guess potential is going to be the highest sort of thing for us here. This guy from Brighton I quite like the look of. Can't really pronounce his name. Nedyolkov, I think that might be it. Looks like he would be a good signing. 5-star potential, potentially. He's got the blacked out stars. You know, there's a few players in here. It's got to be hard. Joe Rodon is in there. He looks like he could be okay. He's only 21. If we look at his scout report, he can go up a little bit, but right now, I mean, he would only be a 2-star ability. He wouldn't add much to the first team. There's one player, though, who I would really like to bring in, and we're going to have a look to see how much money they'd want from him, and that is Rob Holding. Rob Holding, I think, is a very reliable player in this game. But not when you're paying 184 million quid. We'll forget about that. Do you know what? We'll get into the first game of the season, and then we'll come on to transfers. We'll get a game played. The last episode I didn't mean to drag out so long. 20 minutes is not what I was intending. Time flies in Football Manager. You don't realise it. You know, you're sitting there for 5 minutes and it's actually turned out to be an hour. I don't want that to be the case with every episode. I'm going to try my best to keep them around 10 to 15 minutes long. So we're going to get into the Hearts game. We've also got staff coming in as well. I believe we've offered a few contracts out to people. We've got someone coming in as a scout, a couple of scouts, sorry, a fitness coach and a coach as well, to improve that so we can get the best in Europe. And then we also need a chief scout, so I'm just going to offer this guy Bobby Downs. He looked like the best option. We'll offer him a contract to become the chief scout of Celtic. That'd be ideal. We need a chief scout, so there we go. Offered that to him, and that should be in there now as a chief scout. There we go. Bobby Downs will become then 69 years old. He has experience. We'll bring him in. I don't do too much, like, as long as their stats are good. I don't care about their experience and who they've been at, if they've been at big clubs. I just care if their stats are good. Christopher is going to have to sit out though the first game of the season, which means Siminovic will come in and play over on the left hand side of the defence. Kamara, who only scored the 2 in the first game, can now be dropped for a fit Lee Griffiths. I was going to loan out Kamara, but I like the look of him, so I'm going to keep him around just now. As you can see, we've got quite a decked out set of reserves, so I'm going to maybe try and loan out Bayo instead. And get him game time, because I do want to use Kamara this season. I just said that in the first episode. And there you go, there's a team for the first game of the season. We're rolling with the 3-5-2. It's a pretty solid team. Not much wrong with it. Let's go over to Tynecastle and hope for the best here. Right, team talk has been set. I've also got my breakfast, which is nice. As you can see, I've not even washed or anything. We're up quite early. This is going to be interesting. I hope you're watching along and eating, because I'm going to make you hungry now. Toast and boiled egg. Oh, yeah. I feel like a right manky bugger now. Sitting eating on YouTube. We'll hold it back. We'll hold it back until the game's done. So, it's very different now. This tactic could go horrendously wrong in the league. I don't know. We're playing against bums in the European qualifiers. So, I'm hoping that it does work in a domestic level against a team like Hearts. If you look at the stats right now, Hearts are not in the game at all. Well, now they are. Just as I say that, they get 2 opportunities. But we are dominating them here. Within the first, 35 minutes of the game. There's just a, I forgot, I need to change the highlights. I've not got key highlights, and I've got only commentary. I forgot we'd done that at the end of the last episode. That explains why we've not had a highlight yet. But look, we're all over them right now. We just need to actually do something. We need to present ourselves with a decent opportunity. I mean, half time, there we go. 0-0. Do we change it up? Or do I keep rolling with this? We're going to go 15 minutes into the second half playing this tactic. Hopefully we do something. If we do, then we'll keep it on. If not, we'll change it up a little bit. We'll change to one man up front. See how that goes. Ball and goal. He's been the star player so far in the European qualifiers. Ball comes in. It's cleared away by Hearts. Brown, you need to be quick on that, man. Chase the ball down. But we're all about a high tempo here. And that could be a red card. It looks as though Hearts are actually going to go down to 10 men. Now we have no excuse. Demure has been sent off. Hearts down to 10 men. Edouard has a free kick. Will it go in? Oh, it's a belter of a free kick, but it's a great save by Pereira. I don't know why I'm reacting as if I'm watching a real game of football. Christie with the ball in. It leads to nothing from the corner. That was very, very close though from Edouard. From a long way out. That was at 30 yards or something. And it was a fantastic save from Joe Pereira, to be fair to him. Scott Brown on a booking as well in this game. It's his second yellow card of the season. We're getting to the point now. I think I need to change it up. We need a goal. Right, we're going to switch to the other tactic for the rest of this game. We're going to play Julian Siminovic. Griffiths will have to come off. We're going to bring on El Yunusi on that side. We're going to bring Forrest on the other side. I mean, that is perfectly capable of getting us a goal, surely. We'll give them instruction to show some passion. We've changed it up big time now. We need a goal. We can't draw in the first game of the season. It's not the intention of us to start the season with nothing else than a win. Forrest, he's just on the park. Brought down penalty. We have a penalty. We have the chance to take the lead. Edouard will step up. The change of tactic has already won us a penalty. That's fantastic, as he's absolutely what we need. There's a Hoover on in the background. Odds for Edouard. He's missed it. He's actually missed it. Edouard has stepped up in a big moment. Frimpong on the edge. Forrest is sure. I'll say Frimpong shot saved by Pereira. We thought we were saved there. Thought Frimpong saved us right at Pereira. Edouard missed a penalty in the first game of the season. That is not ideal. You don't want to drop points the first game of the season. Come on, we need to show a bit of intent. We want goals. I want us to press high and get goals. Like, we're pressing really well. Julien wins that header. That's good. That's exactly what I want to see. A lot of pressing. Forrest. There's a match. Frimpong's in the overlap. That's a fantastic ball to Frimpong. No, Edouard's there. He makes up for missing the penalty. The big man, French Eddie. 1-0. Frimpong's assist was absolutely delightful. That was scrumptious. It was like a scrumptious bite of some toast and boiled egg. Fantastic. Unreal. Look at that. He swings into it. Ball is going out of play. Frimpong comes running in. And what a cross into Edouard. Maybe this is the tactic we just need to revert to in all games. Maybe the 3-5-2 isn't the answer. But we're away from home at Tynecastle. It's not the easiest place to go. I'll give them a bit of leniency. Edouard to ball and golly. Bolingoli might be the star player of this team. It's a goal from Bolingoli, and within 2 minutes there, we've scored 2 goals. And Bolingoli, who has had an average rating of 8.97 so far this season in all the competitive games, has just added to his goal tally so far. That's his 6th competitive goal of the season from left back. Maybe he is the answer to Kieran Tierney. Maybe in real life we're just ignoring it. I'll make one more change. I'm going to bring on Ismaila Soro for Scott Brown, just in case the situation arises where Brown gets another yellow card, and we don't want that to happen. And then that should see us out. 2-0 up in stoppage time. Bang, here we go. What a start to the season. A 2-0 win. It took us a while to get going in that game, but going away to Tynecastle and getting a 2-0 win, if you offered it before the game, I am not going to complain. Now, we need to try and go and get some transfer business done. We've got some loan offers in for Bio, and we'll have a look around some other things. If there's anything you want me to dance over as well, make sure and put it in the comments. If it gets to the point we're doing 2 episodes a day, we might need to, because it's going to be that boring with the country on lockdown. We'll accept all the loan offers for Bio. Hopefully we'll head out somewhere. Press conferences, if you don't know me already, I don't do press conferences. We have the draw for the Champions League player. We'll do that, then we'll have a look at some transfers potentially. I'm going to eat, but I think I've identified my top target for a centre-half, Jake Cooper from Millwall. Now, I've sent in a scout report for him. Going to see how much... His stats look very, very good. I like the look of him. I think he would fit right in with it, and I've just clicked off him. I've lost him. I forgot his name. Jake Cooper, wasn't it? I think it was Jake Cooper. It was. Never actually heard of him. Don't pay much attention to the English Championship, but look, heading 16, tackling 14, marking 14, jumping reach 19, strength 16, decent pace as well for a centre-half. It looks like he could be a very good signing. Now, the question is, how much would they want for him, because it could be 8.25 million. We've got 10 million in the bank. I can make this work with giving them... I'm going to try this. This could be potentially a very interesting signing. Young English centre-half. We'll offer them 3.5 million up front and 4 million over the course of a few years or whatever. Bang, accepted. There we go. So I'm making a signing. Now, one thing I was asked to do, to annoy my good friend David from the Talk Scottish Football podcast, was sign Kevin Nisbet and bench him. But I'm not going to do it. We've got too many strikers. There's no point in me signing Nisbet. I'd feel bad. Restricting his career. But we've got that offer in for Cooper, and then we'll have a few million left to toy with. £7.5 million. He only wants to be a squad player, and it's only 10 grand a week. So this could be very... A squad player, he wouldn't have a lot of demands. I mean, if we ask Hammond to suggest a deal, like 17.5 grand a week, you can't go wrong with that. Jake Cooper looks as though he's going to be our first signing for Celtic. It looks as though we're also getting our coaches and stuff on it. Oakleflex gone on loan to Peterhead. We've got some coaches in. We've got some scouts in. We've got the Champions League draw on Monday to see who will play in the playoff round if we get past Maribor. I mean, this is going all well now. Nice, everything's coming together. When we sign Cooper, then with the money that we'll have left, I imagine we'll still have about, £6 million in the budget. So with £6 million, let me know in the comments, anybody, like the top priority, whatever gets the most likes, we'll try and sign them. We'll try if we have the money to do it. It has to be realistic. Keep in mind, this isn't FIFA career mode. You can't go and sign a 19-year-old for £4 million. 19-year-olds in this that have a lot of potential, usually you have to sign for about 300 million, because they try and keep it somewhat realistic to real life, even though I don't think anyone would demand 300 million. For the Champions League qualifiers, let's make sure the squad is selected correctly, because the last time we were missing Johnny Hayes, and that was not ideal because we actually needed them in that situation. We've missed the draw. I meant to watch that. That was going to be part of the episode. And I think that's all my staff side of as well. So we'll have a look at how the staff has improved and the statistics are there. I mean, if you look at that, bang, best in the league at everything apart from goalkeeping handling, who were second best to St Johnstone. Slightly annoying. Scouting's went up though. Medical staff top of the league as well. Like, we've got a fantastic little team behind us. And there we go. Jake Cooper also coming in for £7.5 million, which leaves us 6.8 million in the transfer budget. Let me know who we should sign in the next episode. Now, his ability has let me down a little bit. I should have probably scouted him, because if you look, where are you, Jake? Two and a half star. Oh no. Oh dear. I've made a howler there, because it's hardly an upgrade on any of the defenders we've got. I've wasted money there, haven't I? I really have. His stats are good though. Like, he'll be a good player to have. But his value is only 4 million. A minute ago it was 6.5 when he was at Millwall. Oh dear, we've wasted money, haven't we? We've had a right howler there. That isn't great. Oh dear. How am I going to justify dropping Abdel Ahmed or any of the other ones, Julian or Ayer, to play him? I've not thought this through, have I? I really haven't thought this through. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, we've got one more game to end the episode. Let's end it on a high note after what could be a disappointing signing. Now, I'm going to have faith in Jake. I'm installing my faith in this guy. I've spent the money on him. He's my boy. I'm going to try my best to get the best out of him. But we've still got money to spend. I mean, I would love to bring in some sort of creative player that is interested in coming to me. But like, a lot of the work, like Aberieze is a good player. I would like Aberieze. That would be a good signing. He would be a good player to have at this team. Now, I might just spend my money on Aberieze. That would be a good signing. That would show a lot of intent. We'll offer 5 million up front and 7.5 million. I just throw out silly money in this game. Right, they want £21 million from him. I can't really afford that. Not going to lie. I can afford that. 17 million. They're taking it. We could be making our only other signing, but then, do I need him if I've got Ryan Christie? Is that just me acting on impulses? I don't know, but who do we draw in the next round? If we get through Maribor, I don't even know, because we need to go through first to see, and the email will be somewhere. It'll be somewhere down here. I do want to know who we got, but, aha, Champions League playoff draw. We'll either play Slovan Bratislava or HJK from Finland in the playoff round. Quite a simple draw, but we need to get past Maribor. Maribor are no easy team, as we know. Aberieze, should I do it? I don't know. He only wants to be a squad player this season, so it actually might be, because if you know, Christie leaves, that could be. Oh no, I've walked away. What to do that for? Oh, I just rushed. All right, we'll come back to him. Oh, that's the thing though. Newcastle or something will sign him now. Ah, jeez, I'm rushing about here. I just want to get the episode up. Right, okay. Second game of the episode, last game of the episode. We're playing Maribor away from home, which to me indicates we need to play our strongest team. Olivier Ntcham is finally back from holiday, which means we can bring him, we'll leave him on the bench just because he's back. He'll be lacking match sharpness. We'll ease him into it. We've got so many good players at Celtic, haven't we? We've just got such a great squad. It's hard, it's a headache. But I'm going to go with the team that's been winning, the team that's been getting us the best results. That should be enough to get us past Maribor, you would imagine. I mean, just look for a positive enough result away from home, and then get the job done at Celtic Park. They've got a team that I don't know anybody in, but I just know it's a solid team. They will cause problems. Wouldn't be surprised that if away from home at Maribor, they turn out to be the better side. I'm expecting that, to be honest. They're sending a ball in, we clear it. Not too far though, because they've won the ball back and they've sent it in, and Kovacic comes in and gives Maribor the lead. We're down for the first time in the save. This tactic might not be the best away from home in Europe. Now, this is why I did bring in the 4-2-3-1. I brought that in to be my European tactic. But in these qualifiers, I wanted to try and favour the attacking football and score as many goals and be as entertaining as possible. If we must, though, we will need to switch to the 4-2-3-1 quite early in this game, because we can't afford... If they go up 2-0, that's not a great result to be taken back to Parkhead, is it? So we'll need to perhaps change it up. But we've went down early to what is just a bit of scrappy defending. I still have faith that we could do something here with this tactic. Edouard through. I thought that was in. I did think that was in, to be fair. It just scrims the top of the bar. Frimpong, he's got to give it to Edouard. Edouard over to Frimpong again. Frimpong sends it in. No one there. McGregor, Christie, we're bringing it down. Bolingoli. I mean, what is this? What are we seeing from Bolingoli? Because in this game, Greg Taylor turns out to be like the best left back in the country. But Bolingoli, I have never seen anything like it. 7 goals from left back this season, averaging a rating of 9 a game. Man of the match in the opener against Hearts. What a left back we have got here in Bolingoli. 7 goals from left back. That is insane. You can't complain with that. He's on side, isn't he? So, bang, there we go. 1-0. Maribor 1, Celtic 1. I've got such an itchy nose. And that's the way to pull it back. And I mean, we're relying heavily on Bolingoli so far this season. They send a ball in and it's a penalty, Maribor. That's not ideal. I mean, Fraser Forster, if you've got any faith in any goalkeeper to save a penalty, it's got to be him. Kovac steps up, posting in. We're down 2-1. Not ideal. Maybe we need big Jake Cooper in to sort this out with his aerial reach, stop balls from going in over the top. We're down 2-1. Not ideal. At half time, I think I'm going to switch to the 4-2-3-1. I'll let this see out the end of the half. But we'll need to switch it up. We need to go somewhere different. I'm going to shout at them to show some passion. I could just change this tactic about and probably make it a little bit more organised defensively, but I'll just switch to the 4-2-3-1 to ensure that, you know, the back line is just nice and secure. Edouard is struggling here. Edouard sends it out though to Abdelhamid. Frimpong, he's got a chance, another fullback goal. Yes, it is. Jeremy Frimpong equalises again. Two of our fullbacks. We are getting goals in this tactic. We are getting goals from fullbacks. It's a joke. It's a joke the amount we're getting. No wing back should be scoring that amount of goals ever. Abdelhamid scoring hat-tricks for God's sake. Frimpong adds to that. It's his first goal of the season. Assist by Hatem Abdelhamid, who has been fantastic as well. Passionate, like, no, I'm going to be aggressive because I'm not happy with the performance out there. We're not doing well. We're going to change it up. We're going to go and switch to the 4-2-3-1, play a little bit more, you know, slow it down a little. Don't be as rash as what we've been. We'll bring Julian at the centre half. I forgot to bring Ayer back on for this game, in fact. I forgot he was fit. We're going to bring on Forrest on the right hand side. Same again as what we did against Hearts. It got us a result there. Hopefully we can get us a result here. We'll save the last substitution for a bit later on in the game. We'll save that till later down the line, and we'll probably bring in Cham onto the game. Frimpong with a corner. El Yunusi has went in off their player. Kovacic, who scored at their end, has scored at our end. Well, scored at the same end, but for us, it's 3-2. We get an own goal through the corner. I mean, I thought El Yunusi was the one to get up to it, but we're up 3-2. I'm telling you, this tactic is not going to let us down. None of these tactics are going to let us down. I know we went down twice in the first half, but it's just nerves. We're away from home in Europe. You know what Celtic's like. I'm here to fix that, but you can't blame it sometimes. It's early days. Early days in the season. We're up 3-2 though, and I would take that over the park. We have another corner. Frimpong and Edouard just over the bar. Edouard's struggling, I think. I've not seen the best of Edouard yet. You know, he's playing up there with great support. He's got Forrest, Christian, El Yunusi just in behind him. He should be doing a lot more with the chances that he's been given. I could bring on Kamala. I'm going to bring on Cham though. We're going to take Christie off. We're going to bring McGregor into the cam role, and we're going to give Cham that box-to-box midfielder role that he is so perfect at in this game. I think that we'll finish 3-2 though. I don't imagine us to add to the tally. Hopefully we don't concede. That would be murderous. But if we could take a 2-goal cushion over at Parkhead, 4 away goals, I'm confident of heading through. Julian heads it to Cham, and Cham over wide to Forrest. He overlaps there. Frimpong, he gives it to Frimpong. He sends it into Edouard. Can he score this time? It's a great save, to be fair, from the keeper. Got down. Don't know how he got to it. Ball and golly. Sends it in. Nah, nothing from it. El Yunusi though, recovering it on the wing once more. Frimpong, will he strike again? Oh, it's another good save from the keeper. 2 fantastic saves made from the keeper there to stop it from being 4-2. Look at the stats, man. We're dominating. It's not a reflection in the scoreline. Like, we should be up. Oh, El Yunusi. What have I done? I've knocked it off to YouTube. El Yunusi, 4-2. That's it. Surely we're through to the next round. Surely we're through to the playoff round of the competition. That's what we needed. Come into the second half and score 2 goals. A lot more competent. With this tactic in Europe, I think the 3-5-2 strictly will be playing the lesser opposition domestically. But once again, I mean, Frimpong heavily involved in this play. El Yunusi drops into the onside position, puts it in the back of the net. Still got a couple of minutes to play here, but I think it'll be full time. It is full time. 4-2 is what it ends. I mean, that's fantastic. Another good result to take over to Parkhead, and surely we'll be seeing ourselves go through the next round. Julian picking up a 2-day injury. I mean, you've got to imagine now that we will head through to the next round. So, in the next episode, well, it's going to be probably quite a confusing place to pick up on, because a lot will probably happen considering we'll head through. So, I don't know where we'll be, to be quite honest with you. It could be a league game, it could be the playoff round of the Champions League. We'll see then. But if you've enjoyed, you know what, do like and subscribe. I'm not used to doing these, so it's probably a bit different from your normal FM YouTubers. If you've enjoyed though, like and subscribe as I said, and I'll see you next time.